the one weekend where you eat McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3-4 days. Because I've done that.
I don't know if I've done that.
I've done that.
Boy.
On a weekend. The very first time we went to the studio, it was right next to a McDonald's. So we never left the studio. We just went to McDonald's. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the third day...
But you were working on something in a studio.
Yeah, but then but still, people do that as their life.
It's easy. It's convenient. It's quick.
Right.
It's quick. There's no dishes. There's no prep. There's no ingredients. There's no utensils. It's fucking, let me get a number 2 with a large T. $7.89.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, bye. Gone.
Yeah.
I get it. If you're on the run and you're fucking crushing and grinding, you don't have time to cook. Some people don't have time to cook. Check 1. Check 2.
All right. Cheers.
Thanks to the one guy in Wyoming who's subscribed and watching. We fuck with you, dude. Make Wyoming great again.
Yeah, dude. That's out there like Montana.
Tastes like an orange soda.
It's pretty interesting.
It didn't really taste like a beer.
I'm telling you.
But I don't think my senses came back all the way.
From what?
COVID.
You got it again?
No, I don't think they came back.
Oh, came back all the way from the...
Yeah, like my taste and sense. Like my taste and sense. My taste and smell.
Well...
Because sometimes I taste shit like onion. And I'm like, I can taste that. But then sometimes I am eating food and I stop and I'm like, wait, can I actually taste this? Or is my brain like telling me, like kind of producing what I know this tastes like?
But it really doesn't.
But I can't really taste it.
Right.
So I don't think it's 100% there.
I never lost my sense of taste.
Yeah.
I mean, other than like when you have a normal sinus congestion.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my coworkers, she got COVID again after a double shot and a booster. She got it again just a couple weeks ago. It was like she had it like 2 weeks ago when she was already out for bereavement. So she was like, ironically, it just lined up that way. But, you know, technically I can come back 5 days.
Yeah.
That's when I'm not like contagious. But still, people, you know, you don't have to test to go to work anymore for that.
No.
You just go and you get it.
Full send. Herd immunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's the thing. Our bodies are designed to fight off viruses and diseases and stuff, you know.
And if you don't...
And everyone's freaking the fuck out like, oh, if I don't
if you don't fight it...
Hey, man. Survival of the fittest, sorry. Natural selection did its job.
Right.
I mean,
I know it's sad, especially if they're loved
don't wanna
ones,
see
right?
anyone
If they're
die, of course
their
not.
personal relationships too. That's
Yeah.
even going to be more, you know, close to the heart. But it should be an understanding of like, man, this is the way life is.
people get sick. Mm-hmm. Some people get recovered. Some people don't. That's normal. And it's been like that since humanity has fucking existed. But now all of a sudden it's a scary topic, bud. Hey, man.
We're all gonna die!
Stay home! But you should stay home if you're sick, even if it's not COVID or anything, you know? But it was so frowned. It's so frowned upon in the workplace to, like, before COVID, to miss work for being sick. Before COVID.
It's still frowned upon, man.
No, but I'm saying it was super frowned upon. Like,
right.
It was like, he's not sick. He just wanted a day off for an extra long weekend, you know?
Right.
But when the pandemic started, it was like, you could call into work and just say anything, and they were like, okay, cool, stay home. You know? Because everyone was fucking freaking.
And it's so ironic, too, because, like, there were opportunities where they would call me, and they would say, hey, we've done contact tracing.
Oh, boy.
And you've been in contact with someone. They would ask me, hey, have you been in contact with them for more than 10 minutes in a bunch of numbers, and within a 2-hour time period, more than 10 minutes per. And I was like, well, yeah, obviously.
Let me check my Fitbit. It tracks my life.
It tracks my relationships.
It says, yes, I was in contact with Jeffrey Epstein at 10:23 on November 3rd.
I mean,
John from accounting. Fuck.
Yeah, no, but totally forgot what I was talking about.
I saw it in your face.
I was like, yep, totally forgot what I was talking about.
Oh, dude, clean slate. That's what Batman wanted, the clean slate.
No, I know it was in regards to COVID and coworker, but I was going to make a point.
We're talking about like
frowned
frowned upon, like sickness, like calling out of work and shit. Yeah, I know it's gone. It's
all right.
It's all right. It's sales sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you got to let it go too.
Mm-hmm. Just don't, dude.
Means it wasn't meant to be.
Hey, you created it. You put it out there. It's gone. Fucking let it be.
Yeah, dude.
But I just remember when the pandemic started, like that March of 2020. That's when Warzone was coming, like picking up fucking strength. And I definitely called out of work several times to stay home and play Warzone. I was like, yo, I woke up today and I've had like a raspy like chest. And I think I got a little diarrhea going on. I was like, I don't know if I'm sick, but I'll monitor my symptoms and let you know. Oh, okay. Get better. Let us know. We don't want you to come in and sick.
Anything.
Please,
you just
please.
say it.
Just let us know.
That's the point I was going to make, was that I've never used those opportunities.
Like, noob.
Guy on me, Southwest, sniper on
I
the hill.
probably called out at least 5 times to stay home.
That's so funny, dude. I don't really do that.
No, but that was only because
I didn't. That's what I'm saying.
You could.
People
I'm not calling out of work now to stay home.
So, but that's what I'm saying. They would contact Trace and say, "Hey, technically, it's your choice. Do you feel comfortable? Coming. Do you think you should, based on your symptoms, stay home?
Do you think you should come to work and kill your employees?"
And I was like, "Well, my father raised me right, so I'll be there tomorrow."
Please.
For real, most of the time that's how it is.
Yeah.
Most of the time. For me, when I call out, it's when you wake up in the morning. That's when you decide. Mm-hmm. You're like, today's the day.
Yep.
It's not like a planned thing. It's never planned.
Well, they fucked us at work. They changed our sick days. They took them away. And they added the sick time that we got. We got 6 sick days a year.
And you said 5 of those went to play in Warzone.
That was before I started working there. But we got 6 days. You would just call up before your shift, go, hey, I'm not feeling good today. I'm not coming in. And they would pay you for like an 8-hour day. Okay? You can use that 6 times.
Right.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice little cush.
Because you have that one day where you wake up and you're like, nope.
Or you have that one day where you wake up and your car's been smashed.
Yeah, whatever. It's nice to have that.
Right.
But I guess it wasn't working out because, they had a couple times where it was like 3 people in one day did it. You know what I mean? Not on purpose or like together, but they just were like, hey, the 3 people called out today. And because of that, we're fucked scheduling wise.
Yeah, that's why.
So they took our 6 days away, which is equivalent to 48 hours, and they added it to our vacation time. So now we get an extra, I think 80 hours a year now plus that 48. So now it's 128 hours, which is like 3 weeks, and we get more time. Yeah. So it's almost like 4 weeks of vacation a year. But if you want to call out sick, you have to call out 4 hours before your shift, and you have to call the terminal manager. And then when you want to come back to work, you have to call the district manager.
Just make it a little tougher.
Dude, I start work at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
You want me to call you at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Mine won't let me call out for the day an hour before.
That's normal.
To be more than an hour.
That's pretty standard. Like 1 hour prior to your shift. That's pretty much where I've worked everywhere. It's been an hour. They put in the memo 4 hours prior to shift for sickness or family-related emergencies. Hey, 4 hours from now, my house is going to catch on fire. So I'm calling out now to let you know.
Because they make sure it's the right time, too. Like, if you do call in, you say, hey, I had planned on coming in, but right when I woke up, my child is ill.
Yeah.
They have fallen ill suddenly, just now. Or whatever reason that happens suddenly.
It's just weird.
They'd be like, yeah, that's your person. That's your PTO. Yeah. That's not your sick. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I know. But it's just weird.
It's a weird time.
It's a weird fucking...
Yeah.
If I was the manager, I wouldn't want people calling me at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's fucking disrupting your personal life.
They're like, no, give me a call, man.
Dude, if I'm calling you at 1 o'clock in the morning to call out, I never went to bed.
I'm drunk.
Fuck yeah. If I'm calling you at 1 a.m. to be like, hey, I'm not making it in tomorrow, I don't feel too good, you can better believe there's about 30 lights in me.
30 lights
of
something. Some kind of light.
Some kind of a light.
Just put them down.
More
30
likely
of them.
mountain water.
They're deep.
Oh, yeah.
That's 30 deep.
Yeah.
It's one of them $15 packs.
Yeah, hams.
We call them hams back in
Hams
the day.
or...
we walk out with 2 hams.
Where's the other one that's like 15? Milwaukee's Best.
No, we used to get the 30 rack of Busch.
Yeah, I know.
That's a race beer.
It's expensive now. All beer's expensive now.
Yeah, everything's going up, man.
It's shitty. You used to
But
get
I
a
still
30
love Joe
rack
Biden.
of Busch. Huh?
I still love them.
You used to be able to get like a 30 rack of Busch for like $15.99, right?
Yeah.
$14.99. It was cheap.
It was $15.99 for a long time.
A 30 rack was like $21.99 of
Isn't even worth
Busch.
it.
Of Busch. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's almost $1 a beer.
Yeah.
For Busch.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's not
Nothing
high
to
quality H2O.
There's nothing to it.
That's
and it's
ridiculous.
expensive.
I feel like everyone is starting to charge more for things because they can. Like we were talking about calling out sick, like during the pandemic. We could call out sick because we could. It was easy to. It was like a fucking free pass to. Like no one was going to question you and be like,
Right.
you're fired for calling out sick because we're in a global pandemic of illness. Right. But I feel like companies have now pulled the same card. They're like, oh, we can charge $5 more for this because we can. We can chalk it up to the war in Ukraine, supply chain shortages, and not enough employees in the warehouses and driving our trucks to send the stuff out. So our supply is lower, therefore we can charge more.
Yeah, well, you hear about all that produce that's going bad sitting in the trucks
It's
because they didn't have enough drivers.
It's a lot of crazy shit going on.
Yeah, dude, people don't even think about.
Where do you buy your groceries? Where do you grocery shop?
Ever since I lived here at the Kroger.
Like when you go in there, are the shelves normally stocked? Like all of them?
It depends.
Dude.
So like this time there wasn't, but I went a week before. I try to go once a week. Week before,
I usually go once a week,
and it's always on the same day, about Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday or Monday.
There's sometimes I go and I'm like, I couldn't find like one or two things, and there's sometimes I go and I'm like, bro.
Yeah, it was the first of the month.
Yeah, I know that, but that's always been like that. I'm talking like there's
but it's really more like that everywhere.
That's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like the other day I went shopping and there was no chicken nuggets. We get like the little dino nugs for the girls. And there was no paper towels. There was like one brand, but it was like $21 for a 10-pack. And I'm like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, man?
That's
and
what we need to do. We need to make something that is already something.
Yeah.
But we'll just make it expensive. So we spend all the initial money to make it, and it'll just sit on the shelves until everybody raids everything else. And then
they're like,
it's all you got. It's like $25 for a one roll of toilet paper. We're like,
dude, I'm fucking putting my cheeks in the bathtub and rinsing.
Yeah, dude, I started wearing diapers so I didn't have to wipe my ass.
Mm-hmm. I just started pissing off the balcony at the apartment.
Save on the water bill.
Just poop too out. When the dog goes out, I go out. We just both shit in the grass and we pick it up with the bag.
Yeah, you know the blind spots, security cameras.
Yeah,
it's great, dude. I do it here. It's great.
But fucking
save money.
It's crazy at the grocery store now, man. There's like shit that I pick up and I'm like, I gotta put this back. $6 for this Cholula wing sauce. I'm like, I can't get it.
I just got some Cholula hot sauce the other day.
I know, but there's some things now, like, and I've never had to like put stuff back, but I'm like, it's already so expensive to get everything.
Spend $100 to $150.
Yeah,
once a week.
Dude, 4 years ago, if you went to fucking Food Line and spent $150, you were loaded.
At least for 2 weeks.
Down.
At least for 2 weeks.
You were loaded. I remember if I ever spent like $100, I'd be like,
I was thinking about that too.
Damn,
like 2018 was a long time ago. It feels like a long time ago, but it was not that long ago.
No.
You know?
Yeah, our time's been distorted.
Yeah.
Because of that 2 years of weirdness.
Yeah.
That's that glitch in the system.
Did Kyle and Jake ever tell you about the story when they went to West Virginia?
When they stayed at that place?
They stayed at the Colt place.
The Hemi sink?
Yeah.
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 I remember.
Where the fog rolls off. There's like the farm. The fog doesn't touch the farm. It like rolls off.
And they were like, "Hey, put that Wi-Fi box back."
Yeah, they don't use.
You can only use it from 9 to 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like,
well, the two owners were like, PhDs in multiple different
we looked them
sciences.
Up. And they did shit with,
real.
like, the Navy and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like wavelengths and stuff. Now, that shit's cool. I mean, it's interesting. It's just how far do you... What
they're there. They talk about
what do you want to dive down, you know?
Well, you know the Green Bank Observatory? That's in West Virginia. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
It's a big, huge satellite. And you've been out there snowboarding and snowshoe. And you might remember seeing it.
Phones don't work.
Well, you can see the big satellite.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a weird bubble that they don't have service out there because they're using... This is the only satellite in the world that's looking for aliens.
Really?
Yeah, it's a certain type of satellite, certain type of like frequency or whatever, but it's massive and it's the only one listening for aliens.
Country roads take me home,
dude.
To the place. What if all the aliens are just?
You can look it up.
What if they just go to West Virginia when they come here?
I wish. Oh, it's the say that again. Aliens go to West Virginia. That's real. That's real. Mm-hmm. They're already there.
Yep. Everyone's like, oh, Area 51. It's like, actually, they're in the coal mines in West Virginia. Hills. That's why they shut them down.
They are in the hills. Yeah, no, it's called the Mountain Quest Inn.
Yeah, I remember looking at the website and all that shit.
And they're like, philanthropy side is like the Mountain Quest Institute, where you can go and you can go to the conferences, but it's pretty high level stuff. They were like working with all the government people. They had pictures all over the wall of like them with prominent presidents and prime ministers and
like Nelson Mandela and shit
all
like
over
that.
the world.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill Clinton, like classic, like, oh dude, and so they have all their degrees on the wall too. But they said the lady called him at breakfast and went deep into some deepness.
You letting that lady Hemi sink you?
Yeah, no. That's how you get brainwashed, right? I mean, you just have to think. If you kind of understand like how malleable your mind is, and especially with certain psychedelic stuff, and you never know. People know some science that you don't know.
Yeah, they can unlock that one part of your brain that hasn't been unlocked, and the next thing you know, you're wearing a fucking uniform,
you're out there.
And you're like...
You're deep. You're in deep space.
Yeah, you're out there.
Yeah. And I'm saying I feel totally just as easily subjected to that stuff as anybody else.
Yeah.
I'm not high and mighty on some, like, strong will, like, dude. You know what I'm saying? If they put some stuff in my mind, they probably would stick.
Just when like I snap anybody my fingers, else. You're gonna wake up.
That's what everybody's like. Yo, you ever thought you would be in a cult? No. But it happens to people all the time.
Yeah. You fucking find that right. You just find people who are vulnerable to a certain thing.
Certain points in their life.
You start shooting out some fucking shit at them and start showing them a different point of view on whatever.
It usually has to do with the like person's like personality too. They're like narcissistic, but super highly intelligent. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Think about when you were like, oh man, I used to smoke cigarettes when I was 16. Someone's like, oh, I was in a death cult, a murder cult.
You're like,
when I was 16. You think you made horrible choices?
No.
I made murder cult choices.
Yeah. We sacrifice people. We knew a guy at the morgue that could give us cadavers. Dude, and we would cut them up.
So I was listening to Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
He was talking to somebody who was a trauma specialist. Mm-hmm. And
that's called something. That's
they like their trauma restoration. Mm-hmm. And they go to where trauma has happened.
In your life.
And, well, it's like, he talked about a lot of dead bodies.
Oh.
And like hoarding situations and like where it's like restoration on the building. Mm-hmm. So he's like, you kind of got to clean up the goopy mess when a body excretes all its innards. But yeah, it was crazy. I don't remember the point I was going to make bringing that up, but...
Death cult. No, dude, there was a dude on one of the podcasts I listened to that his job was to clean up crime scenes. Like, he cleaned up the scene. So if the, detectives and cops got called to an apartment where a chick blew her fucking brains out, after they were done with the pictures and an investigation...
They cleaned it up.
Come on, Chet.
They're like, we gotta resell this house.
His job was to clean this up. Mm-hmm. And he talked about some fucking stories, and it's just crazy. Like how he, like would want to clean up a decomposed body that had been like in an apartment for like maybe a month, and it had turned into like some goop and it was dripping through the ceiling onto the person below them.
Like something's coming through my.
And he said that like when you clean up a scene like that, the next day or a couple days after that, when you go take a shit, you could smell the decomposition in your poop
from smelling
from it entering your system, the death. He said he had like so many people quit because they would like start working there, and then they would call him and like after a crime scene and clean up, and they'd be like, "What the fuck, bro? I woke up this morning and took a shit and I could smell the dead body in my fucking shit." And he was like, "Yeah, that's part of the job. It happens."
That's part of the job.
Whoa,
like, I did not know that.
Yeah, I never knew that. I've never heard that before in my life.
I wear a Tyvek suit. He's like, I put on chest deep waders and waded through sewage.
Hey, I'm not
a dead body doing that.
I'm not a dead body fluid guy. I don't think I could. Well, I'm going to take that back. Could I do it? Yeah, if I had to in a certain position. Like if I was forced to. Like, but I don't think I could willingly wake up.
Could you do it for 7 figures? Because he said that's
I don't think so, because I think it fucking gets those images get burned into your head, and I don't know what down the road it does to you. I don't want to see death.
You
and
get
shit
desensitized.
Like that. Yeah.
You just clean it up.
And then especially, if it's like, oh, a woman ate a bunch of pills or shot herself and she's dead, 30-year-old, like, it sucks and you don't want to see that. But imagine going to a place and cleaning up like dead kids and shit.
Dude.
Or dogs or animals. Like, I can't.
He said the craziest time for him was he went to a house where the father had committed suicide by gun in the basement. He said most of his calls are from a gun because it's the most messy.
Most efficient way.
It's the most messy.
Oh, yeah, but it's the easiest, quickest way.
And he's down in the basement cleaning up their father, and they're upstairs.
Eating dinner.
He said it's the only time that there were people
in the house
there.
When they had to do the job.
Yeah.
Oof.
He said for whatever reason they were there.
Did Daddy wake up?
He had to carry trash bags of
medical
matter.
Waste. Yeah.
Up the steps, past them, in the kitchen.
No thanks.
Yeah.
There's some things, 7, 8, 9 figures.
Like I said, I'm like, I asked for tomato on this sandwich.
Yeah.
You have ruined my day.
We need to start slapping them people.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Do you know how many followers I have? You will know. You will never forget my name. Or at least my Insta handle.
I have a blue check. I was going to ask you, but I realized today you don't have Facebook, but there's a new trend on Facebook.
Oh, God.
First and foremost, if you have ever made a post and the caption says, hopping on the new trend, just turn the podcast off now and find a bridge. You don't belong here. So,
find a bridge and think about yourself.
And if you don't know what that means,
and contemplate.
You shouldn't be listening.
That's all you should be doing on the bridge is just standing there and thinking about yourself.
Oh man, it's so cringeworthy when you see these fucking trend things. You know what I mean? When everyone changes their profile picture to a Ukraine flag or a black square or whatever the new fucking thing is that people decide that they're going to change on their profile, not because they want to or anything they know anything about it, but because everyone else is doing it, and it's gonna make me into that group and that team. And I'm Team Ukraine. It's like, do you know anything about it? Yeah, tell me something about it.
It's modern tribalism.
I don't. Putin's bad. Okay. Well, if that's all you know, a fucking fourth grader can tell you that. You know what I mean? But no, there's this thing on there. I started seeing it the other day and I was like, what the fuck is this? So I think it's an app that you download and then you can choose photos from your photo library. All right.
Okay.
And it takes the photos of you. You're choosing pictures of yourself. Okay.
Okay.
And it transformed that picture into like kind of like a oil canvas painting looking type picture.
Okay.
And I'm not going to lie. It actually looks cool as fuck. If it was something that like you painted or made and that's what it was, the final product, excuse me, I'd be like, dude, dope as fuck. Because it does look pretty sick.
Right.
But this is the thing. It's an app you download. You take a couple pictures, you put it into the app, and it puts out these images. It transforms them. And everyone on fucking Facebook
So it's a third-party app.
that is a 30-year-old woman
It's a third-party app.
or has children, is posting these pictures. And they are like, oh my God, look how sweet my babies look. Oh, look at me. I'm so pretty. It's like, oh my God, so in love, new profile picture. It's like every other 10th post is someone doing this. I'll show you when we're done.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think I know what you're talking about because I have other social media platforms, but I just see memes, and they're all from the same. You see all the same stuff. But it was talking about how someone takes that app, and they're like, "Hey, they like show them a portfolio. I'm like a painter, and I say, "Hey, send me pictures of your family or your dog, and I'll paint them."
And they send them that back to
just $12.
Jesus. But it's just annoying because if I saw like one person do it or two people, it'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool. But it's one of those things that catches fire and then everyone does it. And everyone's doing it.
Well, it's kind of why I don't have any tattoos.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. But no, but this is the thing.
It's the same thing. Like,
yeah, I mean, again, it's for some people, it's not. For some people, get them because they like them. Some people get them because they want to fit into that, that group or that culture. And that's what I'm getting about this, is that I think, like I said, people are doing, like I saw people say, hopping on the new trend and then post the pictures, that were transformed. And it's just annoying because people wouldn't even know about it or be doing it if they didn't fucking see other people doing it. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know. It just got me. It made me feel like weird. I was just like, God, why you gotta do something because someone else did it?
Because a lot of people do that.
I don't know. I'm not a fan. I just find it strange that like the herd mentality thing is just like, how fucking bored are you in your life? Or,
it's like
that you're just like, oh, you know what? Everyone else is doing it. I'm going to do it. And why do you got to post it? Why can't you just keep it to yourself? I thought about downloading the app and just doing it to see what my photos look like, but I wouldn't post them because it does look sick. I'm not lying. I'm being honest. It does look cool as fuck. But I think the point of people doing it is to show everyone else that they've done it and look how cool my fucking pictures look. You know what I mean? It makes ugly people look really beautiful.
And there's a lot of ugly people.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, man. I think in this fucking society, everyone now these days is special. Everyone's beautiful. Everyone's special. Everyone's talented. Everyone's awesome. That's not true. There are good-looking people. There are ugly people. There are athletic people. There's smart people. There's fucking, poor people. There's rich people. There's tech people. There's landscaper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's
everyone's not beautiful. Everyone's not physically gifted. Everyone's not fucking awesome. Everyone now thinks they're awesome. Everyone.
Yeah, you're one in how many billion? 7?
You're not awesome.
Billion people.
You're not awesome. Stop fucking pretending like, you know what I mean? You're so fucking cool and awesome and pretty and I'm special. I'm talented. Look at me. Look at me. And it's like, you're not. See, you're an average fucking person. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we've created this culture where there's no average people. Everyone's fucking talented. Everyone's special.
So let's just break it down too, because there's two different types of people, let's say, that use social media. There are people that use social media how it's intended, and then there are people that, let's say, like, learn the algorithm and learn how to use it for them.
They manipulate it.
Correct.
Yes.
And that's the two different types of people that are on there. And so I respect the people that use it.
If you have a landscaping company and you use Facebook to promote your business to increase your customers.
Right.
Get it.
And that funny little TikTok dance you did got however many thousands of views, and so that's advertising. And
I get it.
Yeah,
if you fucking sell stuff on, Etsy that you make in your home because you use, got it. You know what I mean? Cool. Makes sense. If you're on there, fucking.
You want to know what I heard?
What?
The passive income scam. It's like, hey, you know, passive income, the concept of passive income.
No.
Like when, like, let's say my crypto's banging and that's passive income because it just steadily goes up.
Yeah.
Or my real estate or whatever. It's like passive income where you have this and then it's just there and it just makes money. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to do anything anymore. And so people are selling like a service and they're trying to say, hey, do you want to make passive income?
Gotcha.
Do you want to be able to not have to work and your money just makes it so?
Your money works for you. You don't work for your money.
Purchase my course. There are 3 different levels, you know, and I'll tell you how to make passive income. And all it is make these services about how to make passive income.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's just, all right, I'll tell you how to do it. Make a service where you create a course to teach people how to make passive income. And that's how you do it.
Well,
and then you get them. And then when they're like, okay, here's my money,
it's
tell
a
me how to
pyramid
do
scheme.
it. Well, you do exactly what I'm doing.
It's a pyramid scheme. That's a pyramid scheme. That's where those companies before the internet, where there were salesmen that were like, hey, I'm going to recruit 10 people to sell stuff, and I get X amount of percentage of what they sell.
Of the future.
But if you guys get people to sell for you, you get a percentage of the income that they sell. And a pyramid scheme. The top fucking 1% make of all the money, and all the other people below them. You know, that shit used to be super huge. I mean, I feel like that's why we're in this recession inflation scenario right now, because we're consuming more than we're producing. Well, we're producing a fuck ton of stuff, but we're consuming. Everyone's consuming.
What we're consuming isn't like goods. Yeah. The goods, but that's what people are doing. They're trying to monetize these goods of like.
We're spending like crazy, and that's why they're hiking interest rates up, and they're raising, the difficulty it is to get loans because they're trying to fucking counteract this consumption that we're doing. You know, people are buying cars and houses and courses and fucking, people right now are not afraid to spend money. They're spending money like they've never had before. And I think it's probably because of the fact that the lockdown for 2 years and the,
and they think that the money in their bank account's there.
Yeah. And they're like, look, oh my God, it opened my eyes those 2 years where I was just going to work and paying my bills and having 2 weeks vacation, blah, blah, blah. But now that I know that, I deserve more than that, I started taking like a hiking class and I do this course online and I subscribe to this fucking box and I have this and I have this new car I bought and this new house I bought and I also do this coffee club and I do this, and it's like,
they don't have that money. It's all in credit.
Slow it down.
Usually.
Yeah. Slow it down.
Well, that's the thing.
Not saying...
You want to cause a reset? Everybody take their money out of the bank at the same time.
Yeah.
That's what a reset is.
People are
call it the
living
Great Depression.
Out of their means.
No, the Great Depression was real. Guess what? You thought you had all this stuff, but it's not really there.
No.
Because then what is that money good for?
If you have...
Well, then it's just like, too, like people think about, like if I'm just... People are just sitting around. I make, let's call it YouTube money.
Yeah.
Where I just consume things and then I just make money. And I consume things. And then so I just keep consuming. And I'm not like building things. I'm not like the things that matter. Like a dude who builds the water towers for the cities so that there's pressure in the pipes. And people actually do things. And if people stop doing that, they just keep consuming all the things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but the access to be able to consume a lot of things is very easy. It used to not be
because
easy.
of the plastic in your pocket.
Yeah, well, and also the internet. I mean,
right.
And the phone. I mean, people used to go to work.
You don't even need a piece of plastic.
And they would be a part of a...
It's all like this.
Yeah, they'd be a part of like, a book club or a hunt club or, I meet up and do martial arts twice a week, so they'd go work, do something physical, and then go and have some kind of extracurricular activity that would either provide a social or physical exertion.
It was
And then they would come home and spend time at their home. And now
People are, they never stop.
No, we never stop. We never stop. We are constantly checking our crypto account that we buy into, that people probably, the majority of them that are buying into, don't even understand it or know it.
The money's in mining, by the way, not investing.
All the people that are, yeah, dude, I'm buying all this crypto, bro. You're making the people that really know how to read and analyze that shit so much money, and then the second they've made X amount of dollars, that's when it tanks, because they're like, yo, we just got all these idiots to buy it. It fucking skyrocketed, and now that we know it's probably peaked, we sell, and they all get dropped back down to the bottom and stuck with the shit.
So because what happens is, let's say if you're not on the investing side, and you're on the mining side of it, crypto, it's just confirming the blockchain transactions, which all you're doing is confirming transactions. And so your computer does it. And so people buy those massive warehouses worth of graphics processors
and all types of shit.
And so, and that's like thousands of dollars. Now, you can have a home setup for like $5,000.
Yeah. I've seen a couple YouTube videos of that.
And you compensate with electricity use.
Yep.
And so, literally, you let your computers run all day long. And they just run and they just do their own thing and software, and it's passive. And now, in a home setup, you're probably making like couple $100 a month.
That's cool.
Depends on what you're doing. Depends on what the coin is. Depends on the value of, because then usually you get that coin and then you can do whatever you want in it. So it's free money. You just spending.
But I think there's more people that are just buying it because they don't want to get left out. Like, oh, everyone else is buying, I'm gonna buy it. Well, and that's what I'm saying. I think the number of people that are investing and buying. And crypto is just an example. Right. It's not just crypto we're talking about, but it's just an easy example because it's very relative.
Well, crypto is super volatile, so it's
maybe
not the best example.
But I'm saying you have probably a larger number of people investing into that really are just doing it because they're like, I want to do it,
right?
Compared to the number of people that really know what the fuck they're doing,
right?
That are really making real money,
right?
Like.
But just think about when something's hitting and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna put $5,000 on this. Yeah. If you just put $5,000 on a rig and it hits, you still make money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just slower. Your investment, it takes a little longer, but it's pretty much guaranteed. Yeah. It's just how much time it takes.
I just think there's a lot of again, like I was like to circle back to, what's up, Chinsaki? Circle back. I think there's just a lot of circling back to. Everyone wanting to be fucking, oh yeah, I invest. Oh yeah, I'm in a club. Oh yeah, everyone wants to be a part of fucking, be cool. Everyone wants to be fucking successful. Everyone wants to be pretty. Everyone wants to be, unique and talented. And I invest. Oh, and I play. I do this app on my phone, and I'm taking guitar lessons. It's like no, pick like one or two things, and do that. You can't be an investor, musician, artist, athlete, bodybuilder, chef, day job, and professional gamer. You can't be all of those things. And I think we want to be, the majority of this, like society wants to be all of those things. Pick something that you really like. Do it with your heart.
So that's just one viewpoint. I like the jack of all trades. I like to be that too. So I'm right there with you. Those people you're like, just pick one thing. I do lots of things, man, and I understand it takes a discipline to be able to do that efficiently because you're not going to be able to do things at an exponential level like how you think Michael Jordan became Michael Jordan. He only played basketball ever in his entire life.
And I'm not saying just one thing, but I'm saying it's cool to be skilled and have the knowledge of multiple things, but work on them at one at a time. Like just and I don't think people are doing it, but for the jack of all trades. Like I want to know and be successful in all these things.
They're just hopping, and then they're just like,
it's what's everyone else doing.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone else is doing crypto? I want to do crypto. How do you do it? Oh, I got a Robinhood account, and every week I put $50 into Bitcoin. And you're like, can you even tell me anything about Bitcoin other than that it's a fucking coin and that it's cryptocurrency?
Yeah, $50
and then and you put $50 a week in it. Can you tell me anything? Have you done the research? Everyone's so quick to hop onto shit, but don't do the research before they do it. And
That's why
I don't think you're in that
tanks,
position because
crypto's going down.
Yeah, dude, because you're not doing the proper research before you're getting into it. Have I bought crypto? Yeah, but I didn't fucking cash out my 401k to go hard in the paint, and a lot of people did. And maybe they made some money, and guess what?
A lot of people pay money doing that.
Yeah.
And they go hard, and that's the gambling life. A lot of those people that were hard into that literally before Dogecoin, dude, they were gamblers.
Yeah.
Just like stocks.
You know, I just think that everyone is so concerned about what the other person is doing and that they're not a part of it and that they're going to hop on the train without even knowing where the train's going. And it's like, man, just take a step back, take a breath. You know, examine it. Where's the train going? Okay, well, what's it like there? Read a little bit about it. Look into it a little bit. Watch a couple videos on it.
It's all
then
internet.
Evaluate it with your fucking head and your heart. And if it's truly something you think you want to get into and do, go for it.
It's the internet. It's too many choices.
That's
Back in the day, you were like, well, I'm about to be a cabinet maker. That's because... That's right here at the corner. That's what my family does.
I'm a banker Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and that night I work in my wood shop in my backyard.
That's how it used to be. It used to be a little more...
And I'm not saying it's got to be so old school.
This, swipe this way, see that? I can be it all. I can do it all. I can be anything.
Yeah, but you don't do a million different things.
Just read a book.
But you've been doing your music for a long time.
The Reading Rainbow.
Did you see the fucking... have you seen that movie Free Guy? It's pretty... you have HBO Max, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
It's pretty... it was cheesy, PG-13 fucking movie, but it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
I liked it. It's on HBO Max. You should watch it. It's open world multiplayer game like Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah.
And he's a NPC in the game, non-playable character. So like when you're playing Grand Theft Auto and there's a banker in the bank, that's a non-playable character. It's just a background character.
And what is he?
He's a non-playable character in the game. He's a banker.
He's a baker.
He's a banker.
A banker.
He works at a bank.
And they rob it every day.
And he's like, oh, another robbery. You know, because he's stuck in like an algorithm because he gets up, he goes to his bank job, he gets robbed, he lays on the floor, he gets up and goes home. But then, I don't want to spoil it or ruin it, but then he eventually one day realizes he doesn't have to do that.
Do something else. I can do anything.
So.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
It's real life,
and if
man.
you like video games, which we do, you know what I mean, and we grew up playing video games, it's pretty interesting. There's some cool, like modern references to like, I think shit in that movie that I probably missed or didn't get because I don't really game like that anymore. But for the most part, like there was a lot of things that I was like, that's pretty funny, or like little Easter eggs, that you're like, oh, that's cool. But it was cool. It was a different take on it, and it's definitely something you can see we're heading towards.
Dude, Reading Rainbow.
Yeah,
I know you remember it.
Yeah,
I can be anything. I can go anywhere.
Metaverse, dude. That's what.
And that's where you're like, you know what?
Because guess what? In the metaverse, you can be all those things.
Because that's what they're going to tell you. Hey, look. Out here in real life, you just can't.
Real life is tough.
There's a ceiling. I mean, you're poor. Mm-hmm. So, here, just for this low monthly price, you can have this. You can be anything. Yep. You can go anywhere.
100%.
And they'll sell that. They'll sell real life virtually.
And then you take your...
And then you're in the Matrix, bro. Then you're 100% in the Matrix.
And then you take your VR headset off and you're in a box on the street and you're like, oh, man.
Did you ever see the...
I gotta go take a piss.
Did you ever see... what's his name? The Bruce Willis surrogate?
Bruce Willis?
Yeah, Bruce Willis. Oh, Bruce Willis? In Surrogate? When it's like there's robots that you can control virtually. So there's robots you can control virtually. So just like you could be 300 pounds, some Cheeto dust on your shoulder, mom's making meatloaf, you just pop the zit on your face, acne all over it, and you just, Yeah.
But
then you're a beautiful woman walking around.
In the real world?
No, in the virtual world.
Oh, in the metaverse.
Yeah, over here you're like...
Yeah.
Scancon 420.
Is it VR headset?
Yeah. So well, not VR, but is their version of that.
Okay.
And
Is
so,
this a movie?
yeah.
Oh, no, I've never seen it.
Yeah. So, you can be that
This is a
person,
new
and
movie?
then, boom, now you're a police officer. You're a literal police officer in a robot body. Yeah.
That's pretty much where online is now. We don't have the world. I mean, I think they have worlds built, and you can enter them with the VR headset and shit. I don't think they're like super crisp and clean, but
but that's the point. Like, think about once you're doing that, once they can put you in a digital world, they can put that digitalness into the real world and put it back.
I have $5,000 a month of passive income coming in, so I don't have to leave my apartment because I don't have to have an actual job.
Right.
And in the metaverse,
Right.
I'm 6'4". I wear an alligator suit, and I'm a fucking rock star who cooks at a sushi restaurant.
No, but think about if that was literally a robot in real time in real life.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right, that's what it would be. And
I said was he controlling a robot in the real world?
In the real world, in real time.
There's a chick walking down the street, but it's
he's
him.
controlling.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like the metaverse better than that. Can you fuck the robot?
Yeah, dude. In the future, all robots are.
I think
fuckable.
I've seen a couple stories where like people in the metaverse were just gang raping people.
Yeah, no, they're like claiming sexual assault.
Chick's like, all of my holes got fucked in the metaverse.
Come on, she that's like due in part to her imagination though. She like built a fucking house with the sign on it with some checklists.
How are you traumatized in the real world and in the fake world?
Bro, you got some real trauma if you're in the virtual world. You got so much trauma in the real world, you just subconsciously make it in the...
What if you get so scared in the metaverse that you're like, I like the real world better. I'd rather just go work a basic
I'll never go back there again.
I'm never going there again. No, it would be sweet.
They're like Kermit
you
the
know
Frog.
what I would really enjoy?
Kermit the Frog?
He's a motherfucker.
He touched me.
Touched my hole. Couple of them. You know what I really would like to do? Which I probably am pretty sure you can already, but I don't have the money for it, but maybe I will one day. I'd like to be able to like put the VR headset on and like in Google Maps, like walk around.
Yeah, that'll totally be possible.
Yeah. I want to like just to like go see some shit. Like I don't want to really interact or like fuck with anyone. You know, that's one thing about our generation.
It'll be like the Google bots at first. They'll just be like...
I just want to be in Switzerland walking down like a market and see what that looks like. You know what I mean? And just be like, oh, this is fucking cool.
But in real time.
No.
Like with a
like if you're on Google Maps.
Yeah, but what if it was in real time? I'm telling you, it'll be
that would
like
be cool.
this.
No, I know. That would be cool, but...
So instead of in like, you know, it's like look to the left and it's like, and it's just like a picture that you kind of look around at. People are like frozen. No, you're there in real time. It's not even fake like people walking around like, hey, this is what it's like, some virtual. No, it's like a robot in the street. It can be, you know, first it's going to be rolling around on wheels, or it could just be the Google car with the camera, but it's like real time.
Yeah.
I say it's on a humanoid body because you're like walking around.
There's just robots walking around everywhere. Like, and there's like a couple in the wall, like...
Yeah. Malfunctioning. And
you're like, dude...
And that's when, instead of just looking around, like, seeing the eyes, that's when you're the body, man. You're walking around, you're like, hey, you, fuck you, sing, 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 chase him down, one punch to the face, disintegrated skull, 2 foot into the concrete. Dude.
This would have wrote the next Marvel Avengers
it's just
movie.
the Bruce Willis movie.
fucking Iron Man. It's like, dude, that's Robert Downey Jr.
They're like, they already put that in Iron Man 6.
You ever see What's Eating Golden Grape? Don't give that guy a fucking robot.
Dude.
Mom!
Great movie, dude.
But no, I saw Free Guy the other day, and it's the first time I'd watched a movie in a minute. Well, I started the Batman, but didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming around the bend. I've enjoyed it. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. I feel like the first 2, 3, 4, like 2, 3 episodes, first couple episodes, I feel like the hour was long. Like, I was like, God damn, it's taking forever.
What am I going to say? Well, yeah.
Now I'm like, oh my God, I can see how like they do 3.5 hour podcasts. I could sit here for 3 hours. I don't want to, but
it's fun.
Yeah.
To talk.
I don't think we talked about the 4 or 5 things I fucking wrote down and read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't like to come in with like a script, like we're going to start with this first. Because I like to see where it goes.
I will say.
But then I do like to then be like, if it's like, yeah, dude, it's kind of going on the same thing for a minute. You're like, well, 85% of black smokers smoke menthol cigarettes.
Yeah, yeah.
Did we talk about that?
I smoked menthol cigarettes back in the day. Boy, that's what I smoked, boy.
So, out of 100 black people
85
that smoke cigarettes, 85 of them consume menthol cigarettes.
Yeah. I think they're the better cigarette.
FDA's banning them next year.
What's the statistic for white people?
29%.
Huh.
So the FDA says that...
Maybe it's just the area we were in.
No, that's national.
I'm talking about just for us, because I feel like it was a rarity not to smoke menthol.
I liked menthol when we were 20. I didn't like menthol when I smoked cigs later.
Really?
Like if I had to go buy a pack of cigarettes right now,
they wouldn't be menthol.
No.
Oh, interesting.
I don't want.
They'd be menthol. I'd go right back to
what I smoke toothpaste.
I'd go right back to my.
Oh yeah, let me hit that mint. No, I want a fucking cigarette.
I don't want
doggy.
no mint. I want a
menthol. That's mint. It's from mint.
I know it's mint, but it's different, man.
You know how I think the first menthol cigarettes came about? Someone had put a couple cigs in like a mint can and left them in there at work, and the next day was like, shit, I forgot to put these in here, and smoked them. And was like, damn, them bitches are cool.
That was nice.
Ooh, that was a nice.
Yeah, dude, take some wintergreen mints. You know what I'm talking about? The little white circle ones. And whatever you put in them things, it's the same thing.
So they said that menthol cigarettes were, or have been targeted towards the African American community, like the advertising and the consumption of them, and that it causes a lot of premature births, and apparently they said that it is easier to start smoking menthols because it's a less harsher cigarette, but harder to quit because it's such an enjoyable flavor.
Huh. I can see that.
So there's a huge back and forth right now with, Yeah,
they're trying to ban menthol, altogether.
They're trying to ban it, and then they're shooting for next year to ban it. But then the other side of the argument is, so this side is saying, hey, menthol cigarettes, specifically targeted towards African Americans, it's causing insane health risk and health, cancer, lung, premature, inequality. It's not fair that these people are fucking tied down to this product, and it's just
because it's super.
They
addicting.
Can't get out of it.
Tobacco is super addicting.
And if Canada banned menthol cigarettes,
they put in it. They banned them.
2017.
You can't smoke a cigarette.
Menthol cigarettes in Canada are banned, and that's what we started to look at. The statistics from there, because in 2017 they banned them, so this side of the argument is it's not fair to that community and that race that this product is so devastating towards them, and because of that we need to ban it. That way it doesn't affect and destroy as much as it damages is already done. Well, the other side of the argument is, why in America, where you have the choice and the freedom to do what you want with your body,
ban something that people want? Ban
something that people fucking enjoy.
Yeah.
And you don't think...
That's why I'm a libertarian.
What have we proven when you make something illegal? What do people do?
They do it more.
They find a way to do it, which causes black underground markets.
Yep. And it's always violent.
Then become violent.
Yeah.
You're going to have people selling and making their own menthol cigarettes,
so
which
the
is going to incarcerate them because it's illegal to do that. Yeah. And you're going to have people fucking, hey man, I make my own menthols. I can sell you some. And you're going to have people selling menthol that might be bad and hurt and kill people. Blades.
You're going to be inhaling razor blades because I'm evil.
Oh, shit, dude. Those are the ones I cut with Fent, not Ment.
Oh, man. Those are the fentanyls.
Then the fentanyl. The fentanyls.
Those are the fentanyls.
Mike Tyson selling menthols or fentanyls. Told me
literally today is fentanyl awareness day.
Yep.
Fentanyl awareness.
Yeah, drug overdoses all right, so let's play a little game real quick. I know we're wrapping her up, but let's play a game. So to finish that off, that's crazy because we have liquor and alcohol, which is probably one of the worst substances there is.
Horrible for you.
And that motherfucker comes in all different types of flavors and colors. I mean, let's be real.
Now it comes in Sour Patch Kid flavor.
Mike's Hard Lemonade. Enjoy a nice, refreshing lemonade with your family picnic, and then after 6 of them, break the bottle over your wife's fucking head.
It comes in strawberry flavor for grandmothers.
You know, we're legalizing weed, which I'm all for, but at the same time, we're about to ban a flavor of a cigarette that people fucking enjoy. And I love that they're like, oh, it's targeted towards African American people. Newport cigarettes, the most popular menthol cigarette in America. You ever seen a Newport cigarette ad?
No.
You know what's on it? White people sailing on a fucking boat.
White people on a boat don't smoke Newports.
And white people picnicking. And white people skiing.
It's
like, enjoy a Newport while you're doing your daily activities.
I wonder if you ask a Newport person, when's the last time they saw an ad for a Newport? It's at the gas station they go to get the pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, but like,
that's it.
It's just weird. It's a weird, you know, but again, I think it's very political and like lobbyist type shit. Like the people that want to ban it so they can, you know, get people
do some other shady
to stop
stuff.
smoking menthol cigarettes, to start smoking these weed cigarettes when they release them. You know what I mean? But the people that don't want to ban menthol because they're getting paid by the fucking cigarette company to say that because, you know what I mean? So, you know, everything like that has two sides. But just interesting. Just trying to inform the community out there. Leave a fucking comment what you think. Ban the menthols or don't ban the menthols.
Yeah, dude.
I'm team don't ban. Listen, everyone should have a choice. You're going to ban menthol, ban all cigarettes.
Yeah, I don't like federal laws. I don't like banning.
And they said after menthol cigarettes, you know what they're going after next? Damn. All right. Is that the end of the video?
Yeah. What are they banning next?
They're going to go after flavored cigarillos. Black and milds.
Yeah, dude. Get that great white owl.
Hey.
That grape game.
Just take one thing at a time. And guess what? After a while, you realize, damn, motherfucker, I took everything.